lovelies, I'm Angela and this is Parisienne Farmgirl. Bienvenue, welcome to my Everyday Château. This is the entrance to my Everyday Château into the boot room here. This is the Dutch door that we installed last year. I have yet to paint it. I'm actually deciding if I'm even going to paint it. If I do, it will be this pretty color, which is called French Moire, M-O-I-R-E. I get asked about that all the time. But today I'm in my summer kitchen working with a pretty ugly shower curtain that I bought off of Amazon. It's a little bit uglier than I expected, but I am going to cover a utilitarian space. This is where I put the propane tanks. This is where the propane tanks sit for the grill and for the pizza oven, and where I keep some gardening tools. And that's what I'm about today. I'm gonna have a little pep talk about girls and power tools, and I'm going to make this entrance to the house look as charming as it can right now. Now, I know many of you, it's game on in the garden. I'm up here in zone 5B. We just have our daffodils. The first tulips just bloomed this morning, in fact. So I'm not really wasting time tinkering with this. Now, after this, I will be out there. But I've put down a little mulch, spent some time in the garden with the kids, and then I got this pretty ugly shower curtain off of Amazon, and I'm going to see what I can do with it and then dress this front entrance to our Everyday Château. I am so happy to be partnering with Birch Mattress for their Memorial Day sale. Sleeping on a Birch mattress is a dream. They're made with natural sheep's wool, organic sheep's wool, and that acts as a natural flame retardant. There's no polyurethane. Did you know it's recommended that you switch out your mattress every 8 years? My old mattress has nothing on my Birch mattress. To begin with, the old one was full of fiberglass and I wanted a non-fiberglass option. I'm sleeping better, the kids are sleeping better, I sleep cooler throughout the night, and the best part of this is that Birch delivers your mattress right to your door for free within the US. I love my Birch mattress and I think you would too. Check out birchliving.com/Parisienne Farmgirl and use my exclusive code BirchPartner27 to get 27% off plus 2 free pillows with your mattress purchase during their Memorial Day sale. They have a 100-night sleep trial. Visit birch.com/Parisienne Farmgirl. The link is right below in this video description, and thank you to Birch for sponsoring today's video.
Mr. Big Fat Worm? It's Mr. Big Fat Worm! I found him!
hardware store or the copper now. So I had to get out of my grubs to go into town. And I'll get back in my filthy clothing to finish this project because the summer kitchen's so dirty. I broomed off as many of the spider eggs and everything as I could. It's so gross. I just did it before winter. Golly, the windows need to be cleaned so bad. It's nasty. My power washer is not working, so it looks like we need another one. Joel found one on Facebook Marketplace. He put a request in, made an offer to the guy, and he hasn't gotten back to me yet. So I don't even know if I'm going to get the area clean for even this video, let alone the weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend coming up, and I wanted it to look really nice. It's also Joel's birthday, so I am going to get this copper pipe from the hardware store and run into a friend's wine shop for some treats for him. I'm hoping they have copper pipe, because if they don't, then I won't be finishing this project at all. And I'm really hoping they have these brackets that I want to use. The same brackets that I've used in the kitchen when I made the copper pan rack, since I'm going to do the same thing outside. And the idea with this shower curtain is just that I can hide, whatever, my Hudson sprayers and the things that I'm reaching for all the time in the garden. I keep everything else in my shed, but there's a few things I just want right under the curtain in the summer kitchen. And of course the propane tanks. It's just ugly. I think I had a curtain on there a long time ago. I don't even remember. But the idea with the shower curtain is that it won't get moldy, mildew. But as you saw, it's pretty brilliant white. I'm trying to stain it, just not get down just a touch with espresso. I'm doubting it's going to work. It's a legit, plastic shower curtain. Anything's going to be better than the way it looks right now. It's just a matter of not knowing if I can actually finish this project. Sometimes they have the copper, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have the brackets, sometimes they don't. When they don't have them, I have to go over to the next town to that hardware store, and I'm so not doing that today. And so if it's a total bust and I will have to finish this project with you in a few weeks, then I think I will dive into the cottage garden rock wall, because it's loaded with wild garlic, and it really just needs, it's 7 or 8 years old. I did that 7 or 8 years ago, and it really needs to be torn down and cleaned up and redone. So I don't even know how this is going to pan out. Now I gotta find those brackets, because I do not want to go to the other store. They're not gonna have them.
What do they look like?
I brought one in my purse, or I brought part of one, because I used them to do the little shelf in the wine closet. I used part of them, and now I just have a little piece left. They're my favorite, though. I need to keep them in stock. I use them for everything. Oh, crap.
I mean, like, if you tell me real close, I would help you.
Okay, I'm back at it, and I'm determined to figure this out. I tried it a really stupid way just now, and that didn't work. So I have one of these little corks left that they sold me at the hardware store. Of course, they asked me what I was doing, because they think I'm crazy. Thankfully, I know them, but I'm always coming in and asking for copper piping, because I'm using it all the time. So I think what I'm gonna do, this is flush with the open end of the copper pipe. I already tried it and got it all gummed up with my precious E6000 glue. So that looks pretty dumpy. So I think I'm gonna switch the dumpy side to the wall side. Let's just do that right now. This is the cork. Okay, and like right now, I just want to talk to the ladies. Ladies, you can do projects. You just have to get in there and figure it out. Learn how to use a drill. Learn how to use a saw. Yes, I still sometimes ask Joel to get stuff set up for me, but you know, the husbands are busy. I hate waiting for him to do something for me. And so you just gotta get in there and make a couple, you know, girl moves. You'll get the hang of it. First sometimes I just do this dumbest stuff, and then I figure it out. And now I've like got a real eye, or you know, a handle on it. So like I'm gonna build a like sort of a cornice box for the bathroom, because the dumb clawfoot tub, we have one of those rings, you know, that the shower curtain hangs on, and it's forever falling down. So stuff like that really just bugs me, and I like a solution. I'm doing this because I like a solution. I can't stand seeing the propane tanks. And I got this chicken that keeps laying eggs in the corner, which is fine. I don't want to see the eggs. And it's just like, you know, in the summer there's crickets and spiders. Like, I don't want to see all that. This is where I wash eggs in the summer. I'm going to put a little dorm fridge under here so the kids aren't always like coming in for beverages. And it'll be nice for us in the evening. Just got to figure it out. You got to use your imagination. I think imagination is not just in one category. So I would say if you have imagination someplace, like you're an artist or you're creative in the kitchen or something, you can take that imagination and transfer it to DIY projects for sure. And I'm sure there's lots of you watching that are way more skilled with power tools and whatnot than I am. So I'm going to take this big screw here. I'm going to run it through this cork. I'm going to thread it into the, where's my dumb knob? I'm going to thread it into this knob, which I already have gummed up with the glue because of something stupid. Let me get this plastic bag out of the way because the mic picks up all that high-pitched stuff. So this is gross. Maybe I'll use like a little sanding block to degum that. Or maybe I just won't worry about it right now because I want to get this project done. Oof. Anyways, that was my big motivational speech for the afternoon, that you can figure stuff out. Electric is like what I don't mess with. I mean, I can rewire a lamp, sort of. I might have to holler for help. But, you know, if you can learn some basics, then you don't have to always wait. I would say learn how to paint, learn how to use a drill, learn how to use a saw, learn how to cut a 45 for sure, so that you can do your own crown molding and trim and things like that. For sure. Obviously, you know how much I love a staple gun. Get yourself a good staple gun, learn how to load it, that kind of stuff. Let's see here. And for heaven's sake, have a hot glue gun, E6000, and some of your own tools, if that's your thing. I like to keep my stuff a little bit more organized than my husband does, so it's better for me to have my own stuff, because then I'm not rummaging through his mind. I'm rummaging through my own to find what I need. Okay, I'm gonna try to run this through. See what we can do. And no, my espresso stain did not work out. I figured it wouldn't. I figured it might be worth a try if it would maybe just knock the neon whiteness of that fabric down a touch. But it didn't work. So I've got that in the dryer. Can I thread this just a little? Even if I can thread it just a little, it gives it a little something. Nope. How am I gonna do that? Some definite German cussing going on there. All right. Let's see. Let's get the, oh my gosh, let's get the pole. And let's run it through, put the gummy gross side against the house now, where I will only see it when I'm frying hamburgers. Oops. Just tripped on somebody's work boot. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was a colossal pain. Did not enjoy that. Okay, so.
Are you sure this will fit? Oh.
Do you want it? Here, at the risk of my glue drying, there's what I've done. Here, let's see. Hang on. There. No, sweetie. I'm going to cut it in half.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Check it out. I did it. It's threaded. Okay, so brilliant. Look at that. I did it. Boom. That is a way better setup than I have in the kitchen. So this is sort of how I've jerry-rigged my dishwasher drapes right now until we get like proper countertops in. And they're always popping off and the kids are always getting mad when they do their dishwasher chore. And that is much better. Oh my gosh, that was so worth the 5-minute struggle with that cork. Brilliant. think the area came out really charming. Now I have some eugenia and some clematis that I picked up at Costco this week. Of course, I have my topiary in my olive pots. These are fake, don't tell anyone. All of this is hiding out here under the overhang until temperatures get a little warmer. The summer kitchen is cleaned up. As soon as we get the power washer working, or we get a new one, then I'll get this all power washed, get all the grime from the hamburgers and cooking all winter cleaned up. But for right now, this is the first thing you see when you walk up to the house. It looks neat, it looks orderly, it looks charming, and I think it's time for me to be in the garden permanently for the rest of the season. The time has finally come. So when I started this project the other day, it was pretty cool. It was pretty windy. Now today it's beautiful. It feels really good to have this checked off my list because it's time to pop those little onion starts in the ground and experience a wonderful season in the potager. Of course, I would love to have you subscribe to the channel. You can watch another video right here. If you'd like to see another DIY project, check out the 2026 trips to Paris. 2025 is all sold out, but I'd love to have you join me next year. And I will see you all again very, very soon. A bientôt.